everyone, my name is Kim. Today I want to talk about climate change increases reproductive barriers in Magellanic penguin. First, we should know what is Magellanic penguin. It can grow to be 61 to 71 centimeters tall and weigh between 2.7 and 6.5 kilograms. Second, it is the large species of temperate penguin. This is the main temperate penguin. This region is the temperate penguin. The temperate zone. Third, adults have black backs and white abdomens. This is white abdomens. This is black backs. And where can we find Magellanic penguin? We can find in this area, the coast of Argentina and the South Chile on the Falkland Island. How do Magellanic penguin hatch their eggs? First, most Magellanic penguins lay 2 eggs, but most of the time, only 1 egg can be hatched. Second, the second eggs are generally larger and with higher temperature than the first egg, so the first one is more likely to survive. This is a baby Magellanic penguin. His body color is lighter than adults. Third, Magellanic penguin lay eggs in the warm places where the temperature remains over 20. Fourth, Magellanic penguin mates with the same partner year after year. Fifth, the male and female penguin take turn hatch as they forage far away from their nest. The forage means to go from place to place, search for things that you can eat or use. So, does climate change increase reproductive barrier in Magellanic penguin? We don't know, so we should do some experiments to solve this problem. So, first, we should know material and methods. This is the experimental location. It's in the South and East Argentina. Is here. This is the size, Punta Tambo. Method. First, we check all penguin nests from 1983 to 2010 in an area of 7,200 cubic meters, once or twice a day from mid-September until late February. Second, we record the identity of adults, eggs, and chicks in the nest every 10 days. We wait and measure chicks. Third, we classified the quality of each nest according to the percentage of the nest covered by the earth or foliage. Fourth, we also measure the orientation of the main interest in degrees by pointing the compass from the nest cover interest. Fifth, when chicks die or disappear, we record the date and determine their cause of death. And this is the result. First, we show this figure. We can know starvation and predation is the major factor of the chicks' mortality. Second, this is CV. CV is called coefficient variation. This can show the data's variation. So we can know rain and heat variability is higher than starvation and predation. This is another figure. X-axis is percentage of chicks. Y-axis is percentage of chicks. And the x-axis is year. We can know the 1999. The rain is the major factor of chicks died because a storm with heavy rain during the breeding season. And in recent 3 years, storm killed more than 5% in recent 3 years. And this is another figure. Y-axis is the percentage of chicks, but x-axis is changed to chicks' eggs. We can know all chicks under 30 days of age and the most vulnerable to storm death. And the rate is also a major factor of the death. This is another factor. We can know chicks in birch nests were more likely to die exposure during a storm than chicks in flower nests. And second, birch nests generally will less cover than flower nests. And the probability of dying increases as the amount of rain increased. And this is a figure. Y-axis is percentage die, x-axis is chicks age. We can know the probability of die increased as the minimum temperature decreased. And this is another figure. Y-axis is lay interval 90% of x. X-axis is years. We can know egg lay in Magellanic penguin has become this synchronous. And synchronous is mean occurring at the same time. And this is another figure. We can know y-axis is a chicks of variable to 40 millimeter. X-axis is time since start of hatching. First, we can know chicks in birch nests are more variable than flower nests. In birch nests, the most variety is close to 80%, but in flower nests, the most variety is close to 7%. So, chicks in birch nests are more variable than in flower nests. Variable is mean capable of or susceptible to be wounded or hurt. Second, in the same type nest, the hatch interval is 27 days is less variable than the hatch interval is 30 days. See these two circles. In the same nest, the hatch interval 27 days is less variable than hatch in interval 30 days. So chicks between 9 and 23 days are most variable because the chance that healthy rate occurs is higher. Okay, see these two circles. The more variety occurs in the time since start of hatch between 10 and 30. Discussion. First, most Magellanic penguin chicks die from starvation and predation. See this figure, we can know the starvation and predation is the major factor of the chicks' maturity. Second, chicks from about 9 to 23 days of age are more likely to die in a storm than younger or older. See these figures. We can know these circles are the most majority of rate. It is between 9 to 23. Third, wind speed and direction increase evaporation and water stress as well as poor nest cover contribute to heat death. Fourth, healthy rate occurs late not-killed or not-killed chicks. Fifth, good quality nests protect Magellanic penguin chicks from predator and heat and well-covered burrow can help protect their chicks from storm. See this C2 picture. We can know the birch nest majority is higher than burrow nest, so birch majority is offer good cover than the burrow nest. Fifth, heavier rain and low minimal temperature increases chicks mortality in storms. See this figure, we can know the low temperature and percentage die have a negative relationship. And sixth, the heavy rain and low minimal temperature increases chick mortality in storm. Finally, the decreasing breeding synchrony of Magellanic penguin and the Puntung tumble lengthens the period when a proportion of the chicks is vulnerable to storm. See this, we can know in the same type nest, the hatch meal is the 13-day hatch meal is more vulnerable than the 27 days hatch interval. and the bushness is the same situation. Conclusion. First, the number of Magellanic penguin breeding at Punta Tabo has declined more than 20% since 1987. Second, laying eggs late and swimming farther to forage for their chicks reduce reproductive success. Third, climate change will increase the stress of population. Fourth, increased rain will likely increase the frequency of breeding failures. Fifth, increasing storm body yield not only for Magellanic penguin, but for many other species, including humans. And thus, climate change increase reproductive failure in Magellanic penguin. I think the solution of this, I think the answer of this question is yes. Thank you for your listening.
Okay. Oops. Oh. 10 minutes. 47 seconds. Okay. Okay. Steven. Ed. Wally. Ruby. Okay, Steven.
Can you show the 4 slides? The second slide, sorry. This one. Steve, sorry. Next.
Which one?
The one you show that the penguin lays 2 eggs and the temperature is different. I want to ask why the same parents have the different temperature. The eggs have the different temperature. So
You want to know why eggs has 2 different temperatures?
you say one of them can grow and the other one can't. So I want to ask why.
Oh, I don't.
Repeat.
He want to know why only most of the situation, why only one can survive. Because the female has 2 legs, but he will do best for 1 egg, and another egg he don't care about it.
So why did the penguin?
Because if you lay 2 eggs at the same time, it will very tired. So he will try their best to hatch only one egg. So most of the situation, only one can survive. But and sometimes 2 eggs can hatch.
Okay, Ed.
What is bush nest and burrow nest?
Repeat.
Oh, you want to know why is bird nest and burrow nest? Bird nest is, I think this is nest, but this is material is short tree, and the burrow nest is a hole. under this ground underground.
Wally.
Instead of section egg is smaller and bigger. And why the penguin hatch the second egg? Why the penguin hatch the second egg?
Repeat.
We want to know why penguins hatching the second egg. Why? Why?
Why don't they hatch the second egg?
Why don't they hatch the second egg?
The second is bigger and warmer.
No, it's first. We want to know why Magellanic penguin hatch the second, not hatch the second egg. I don't know.
Ruby.
The last type of discussion.
Discussion.
The last type of discussion. Yes. Discussion. Yes. This one. Use heavy rain and heavy rain increase and use the conclusion 4 point. Conclusion 4 point. Use increasing rain will likely increase. Why? These two say is different.
Increasing rain will likely increase the flux of new ferry.
No. And the discussion.
Heavier rain is the same as increasing rain.
These two say is different. And explain why.
Heavy rain increases tricks morality. Morality means the person of this. So if rain become heavier, tricks of morality is increased. So increased rain will increase the frequency of breeding failure. Failure is not success.
Okay, volunteer question. Annie. Okay, Pastor.
I want to ask you, you mentioned the CV in the one of diagrams, but you didn't explain what the validation means.
Oh. You want to know why is the variation lead? Variation means if the data is get together. This is low elevation, and this is high elevation. The dot is on the is close to line. This is high, and it's not close to line. It's low elevation.
The other way around, sorry. Now, the upper one is high variability. Okay? But I know what you want to say, but that's the opposite. Any more volunteer questions? Any? Okay, let's go. Okay, So, first of all, regarding the good thing of this talk, I think, first of all, I want to say that his font is large, so which is really good, really good. Okay, and then another thing about this slide is I think some of you can use this strategy. So he doesn't have a purpose of this study slide, but he has a very big question slide. Okay, this was missing in some of the speakers' talk. Okay, so he has this slide, he asks a question, and then at the end, he answered the question. So this is a very good strategy because actually at the end, I don't remember what he talked about. I only remember the answer to this question. So that's very important. Okay, so that's a good thing, and now I'm going to criticize. Okay. So first of all, of course, like most of the speaker, I think you should look at the audience more often. So in your talk too, when you are more familiar with your lines, I hope you will be able to do that, to talk like this, okay? And then, please use the pointer more often. Because very often you say first, second, third. You have to be aware that starting from third, people start to lose concentration. Because you only have bullets. For example, very often you say first, second, third, and then you go on with fourth and fifth, and then I start to lose counts because I don't know where you are anymore. So it's better to just use your pointer to talk, to point to the line you're talking about. Okay. Okay, and then the problem of the method slides. Okay, there are so many slides. Okay, for example, this is your method slide. You can look at 19, 20. You have only 2. However, I have to say that they are very wordy. Okay, I think you can make it better by add images. But, in addition, I think ask a question. What's where is that? This one. Right. What is burrow nests? And what's, how do you pronounce that? B-U-S-H? Bush. Sometimes I heard bush. Okay. Bush nests. Apparently this seems to be important parameter determining the survival of baby penguin, right? So I think at the beginning, when you spend so much effort introducing your topic, you should talk about their nests. What kind of nests do they have? Okay, and show pictures. Okay. All right, and then another thing about this talk is, I know in the paper, this figure is shown as figure 1 in the paper. However, as a scientist, I know right away, I hope you have this feeling. This is actually a summary of the paper. Okay? Right? These are already all the results put together in, graphically. So next time, don't show it at the beginning. Show it. You can use it actually as your conclusion. That will be very good because a graphic conclusion is better than text. And you put this at the very end, and when you introduce your figures, you have so many figures. I know, because in the paper, they simply have so many figures. And then, again, I start to lose control because you often say, this is another figure. This is another figure. Okay? Then I lose control what you are talking about. So, my comment is, I know you have so many figures. My comment or solution to improve this is, you put all the discussion points together at the very end. my suggestion is you put these individual points to the slide. Okay, don't put them together at the end because you see that you also refer back to the figure. So you simply put the conclusion next to the figure, and then you can even, and another way to help us to orient ourselves is you can add a header. There is that. Very often you just show us a figure like this and say this is another figure. Okay, so you put a header here. What is about? Because you see from this summary graph, they are basically few key points: starvation, predation, rain, heat. You tell us this graph is about which factor. Okay? And then another key major comments. I know you have so many data. I think you went through the figure very, very quickly. You introduced the axis, but I'm not sure if you introduced this. Look at this. Did you introduce this? The line is about predation, cost, mortality, and the white is rain, cost, mortality, etc. You did not introduce this. So and then you went through very, very quickly. So I think this need to be slowed down. So later on I will take a look of your PPT and probably I will tell you which one you can take out. Okay. And another thing you need to pay attention to is in this paper, they have experimental data, observational, and they also have modeling. This is based on numeric modeling. You don't see any data points because it's made by computer. So you have to tell everybody, this is made by computer models. And this is based on observation because that makes big difference. Right. Lastly, about your conclusion. Your conclusion, again, first of all, I suggest that you move this figure to the end and use it as your conclusion. Second, your conclusion points are too many. And later I will tell you some of these points are not really, this is discussion. Some of the points are not really concluding because, as I told you many times, conclusion should be, you can look, discussion. Pay attention to your typos, no? PPT remind you where your typo is, no? Okay. So conclusion should be concluding this talk, not future perspective. So therefore, I don't know where did you show this number? Yeah, but where is the data? If there's no data, then that's not the main data here. Or you say it during your results. Okay? Don't just come up with something new. So please, no new things in your conclusion. Conclusion should be summarizing what you said during your talk. Okay? So this is something new. Okay? And then some of these might be new. Okay? So please just focus on the data and then summarize it. But at the end, this one is good because that's the only thing I remember at the end. Okay. So next time, I hope by using this graph to be your conclusion, you can leave us more take-home message. Okay. Okay. Let's thank Tim.